What's good? What's good? What's good? Beautiful people. It's your main man, Big G. Coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space, I'm in your face, and I'm definitely blessed to be here on this wonderful day. July 16th, 2026, here in the great state of Mississippi. Here on the Prime Time Network, I am your host, Big G. You tuned into Industry Talk. Yes. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the show. Wonderful things on the horizon. Great things on the horizon. And having a lot of fun watching these things all happen, take place through, motivation, inspiration. Positive affirmation. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Giving everyone an opportunity to get the notifications that we are live. And whatever floats your boat and fits your pleasure. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, YouTube. And we will be, and you will see, the Primetime channel on Roku. Deploy it. Everything is lock, stock, ready to rock. So be on the lookout. And if you enjoy just sitting back on your television couch that you use, or your futon, or whatever it is you enjoy watching, live television, pre-recorded television, videos on demand, rentals, come and see us. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Make sure you guys tune in, lock in with Jonathan Shaw every morning, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. Great conversation, great walk down of what he's doing through the week. Interesting information. Today, the conversation was about military veterans and them being interested in getting into business and what steps to take and who to get in contact with. And, that's some real positive insight and information that you can use, you can ingest, and take it to the bank, basically. Because if you're aimlessly wandering in the forest and you have no sense of direction, what do? Do you keep walking? Do you sit down? Or do you have an action plan, a game plan, an idea of how to mark your region so that you're not just circling back and going in circles? You can recognize different signs of, I've been here before. Chart your course, whether it's nighttime or daytime, figuring out getting these notifications in. What's the best way out of the situation or the scenario? And we're not just talking about the forest, amongst the trees. And it's not cleared out. You have a lot of underbrush and you have a lot of things that could possibly be detrimental or even just in the way, roadblocks. And metaphorically or figuratively, we're looking at mental roadblocks or the fog of letting things confuse you and not staying on mission, not staying on task. and not having a compass, whether it be a moral compass or a navigational compass, to let you know where you're going, north, south, east, or west. And if you stay in a fixed position, hoping someone can save you, rest assured you'll die in that position. Just think about it. So today we're looking at um, opportunity. We're looking at growth. We're looking at true development. Um, and forgive me a little bit because I'm looking at some information that's coming in. Uh, let's see. Okay. Okay, okay. What's going on, Jay Shaw? What's happening, my brother? Yeah, y'all know I can't see too good, man. Y'all know, oh man, all this bright light in my face. Yes, indeed. I almost forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I'm definitely, um, I'm definitely going to give a shout out to because I cannot top the shout out that was given this morning to Angel Williams. I don't even know why they're locked into the show and paying attention. They're supposed to be out partying or having a good time, taking the kids out. Because see, that's what happens when you get old. Your birthday doesn't belong to you anymore. That trip around the sun, you know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm here still and I got it done. That is not your day anymore. If you got kids, it's their day. Right. And of course, Shaw was trying to be slick. I'm just letting y'all know Shaw is a crafty young man. Yes, I'll give him that. Because he stated, and you just go back and review, that they had an early morning breakfast. I mean, a solid breakfast that they prepared for mom and for the family and for, the kids got up and helped. And all that. Okay. See, that's y'all not paying attention. Y'all just listening and feeling, oh wow, Shaw, you're so great. Look what you did for your wife. That is awesome, man, for a birthday. Oops, did I slip and say it was a birthday? I wasn't even trying to get to that part yet. But yes, it's Angel's birthday. But we're gonna let's backtrack a little bit. But he got away with, not having to eat rabbit food because he prepared the breakfast, right? So with all of the wonderments of what he wanted to eat in his be, he probably had steak and eggs or sausages and bacon. He probably had the works for breakfast because he's been missing out. My brother's been missing out, and he don't want to break your heart and say, "Fuck this shit, Angel. I don't want to do it. I know you're trying to get me healthy, but but stay strong, Jake. Stay strong." But today you pulled a fast one, and you wrote it off too. It was my wife's birthday, which is cool and smooth. Put the kids into it, got them involved a little bit, and you can sit there and splurge a little bit. On the food, on the intake. Hey, it's a celebration. We're celebrating your day, but I'm going to have it like McDonald's my way. Happy birthday, Angel Williams. And I still have not gotten anyone to put the drop, the name of the book, in the DM, email, anything. See, we got to get you guys participate. We got to get you guys engaged. We got to get you guys understanding that this digital ecosystem works with you participating. Well, actually, it don't work with you participating if you don't want to, because I'm really practically here talking to my damn self, right? So if I'm giving you entertainment, if I'm giving you some insight, some joy, the least you could do, you can cuss me out, you can flip me off, you can do whatever, man. Shut the hell up. Whatever you want to do, engage. You know why? And I tell people don't read the comments, but I read the comments. I'm human, just like everybody else. I read the comments. But whether it's good, bad, indifferent, or ugly, the computer has no clue. So as long as you're engaging, whether it's hateful, whether it's vitriol, whether it's malice, whether you want to tell me I look like a baboon that just fell off the side of a look, thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to sit there. No, because I need that engagement. I want that engagement. And then it also lets me know who you are. So why would I want to block you? When I could ultimately ping your IP address and find out exactly where you are. Never thought about that one, did you? Back in the day, it was reverse lookup, or I think it was star 69 when you could hit the phone and it could give you a reverse call and all that kind of stuff. Now, it's gotten so advanced. Hell, I could probably be looking at you through your laptop. As you're sitting there spitting out the vitriol on your digital landscape, thinking that no one can see you or hear you or find you. Y'all better go back and pay attention to some of the stuff that I be talking about on here. I'm not just talking about it. I'm telling you what's possible. I'm telling you what's going on. I'm telling you that these systems are practically at your fingertips because of how long ago it's been developed. I told you how long ago the NSA and the CIA, these guys have developed TIA, Total Information Awareness, and the programmers that actually jump-started this whole surveillance, counter-surveillance implementation through the digital construct. Why all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, we need to go analog. No, we're going to need to go from analog to digital. We're no longer transmitting through analog. Everything's digital. That was Obama. Remember that. Although it was already a part of the plan, it was already strategically saying, okay, we're going to transfer the infrastructure and the landscape of how we communicate, because this is a better, more efficient way to communicate and transference of large packets of data. Analog systems can't handle it. You know, the old fax machine and the sounds, the ringtone, the dial up. Now at the push of a button, you get an email. It used to be snail mail. And it wasn't the internet, it was the intranet. It was a military dispatch service first. Don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you. So the whole backbone and skeleton of what you're talking about, Bell South, and how communications happen, telephone networking, digital infrastructure, going into fiber, and fiber is transferring data over glass. Amazing, isn't it? So I'd be remiss for folks that really have a bead on or a finger on or an idea of how unsecure they are. how their rights of privacy are violated every day. And they move along happy go lucky as though life is cool. I've never been one to want to be in the fishbowl. Gee, what do you mean by that? I've never been the one to want to be behind the bars at the zoo. To be looked at, observed, studied, behavioral patterns, socioeconomic patterns, life patterns, to study your movements, your thoughts. How are you going to study your thoughts? Well, if you ingest it into a journal digitally, if you ingest it into social media, if you get my point. Those are your thoughts. Those are your predilections. And so now I have not only a biometric design and landscape and architecture of who you are, physiologically, I have an intellectual construct and design of who you are. And based on your religious patterns, we know how to make you move. We know how the power of suggestion could sway your thoughts. Within this geofencing theater of digital warfare, because you guys are just playing along. You're not seeing what's happening to you. The power of suggestion, no, I talked about it and how I see it on my phone. That's not happenstance. That's not. I click on a couple of things in social media, and the next thing you know, I have an abundance of things from those types of feeds. So ladies, don't think when you go through your old man's phone, oh, did I say that? Like we don't know that y'all go through our goddamn phones. But when you go through the phone and you go through the Instagram or whatever the case may be, and you see in the explore page a whole bunch of asses shaking and titties motherfucking making things happen, it's not because that's what we're looking at. No, we scrolled, maybe accidentally hit something, and the next thing you know, this is working into our feed. That's a whole different type of situation, as though you're going through something, looking at it, and I'm oogling and no. I'm just telling you, these phones will get you caught up. That's why I have an Android. Turn it off, take the battery out. Put it in a damn lead box. Turn the key. And don't goddamn reignite it or activate it until I get up the next day, when it's all said and done. Yeah, you can say I'm a part of the Tin Hat Committee, but I'm not out here chasing goddamn aliens. Real life situations, scenarios that you're not paying attention to that could inevitably cost you your breath. your life because everything's cool. You think everything's cool. You see? Why is my thing blurry? Have I been blurry? I'm just looking at this. Let's see here. Change cameras. Get closer to you. Maybe I need to. I told y'all my system crashed. And so I had to reboot, boot, scoot, hurry. I had to do all kinds of things to make this thing get back right. My overall system, my big mainframe. I do believe that I have to build myself an in-house server for data storage and reliability and access, because these smaller cloud systems that I'm tied into are not worth a damn. It ain't worth a damn. You know? Yeah. How many of you knew that the internet was free? Really? The internet is free. We are subject to paying for it because we don't know how to grab it out of the air. The signal. Right? You can go buy a router. You can put your antenna out on your roof. You can find a positional satellite that you can jack or pirate a signal from and create your own inline, in-house, tethered, not untethered, but tethered internet service. Might be shoddy, especially if you can't track the satellite, and satellites, they reposition from time to time. But the internet is free, but we pay for it. Whether it be through our phone, whether it be through our television provider service. Communities could come together and provide their own internet service if, in fact, they just took the time to do it and have a community network of internet that all of them use, pay into a service, provider-wise, and provide themselves a service based on usage and bandwidth. And you'd have a better internet service than what AT&T or any of these other providers could give you. But we don't think community. We think individual. I've thought individual for a long time. It's now time to think community. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say it wasn't I. Yes. Most of my life, it was about I until I got married. Self-preservation makes it about I. But you get to a point to where it's legacy and a true introspection of thought comes to play when you ask yourself, when I'm laid to rest, and they look back at what I've contributed to humanity, what will the answer be? Some try to be braggadocious and brush it off as to I could care less about what they thought about me. Well, I say to you, my friend, that is your business. And I bid you good life. Farewell, and wander into the midst of your ignorance on your own time. Because when you look into the construct of what I've done over the years that I've been on this planet and the opportunities that I've been given, the blessings that have been bestowed upon me, you can rest assured I want the record to speak volumes about my contributions to society. No matter how big or small it may be. He stood on belief, he stood on principle, he kept it on record, and his integrity was beyond reproach. Legacy, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you know, I get on here and I talk a lot of craziness, although I may lead you to believe that I'm a rapscallion, a vagabond, a miscreant. But the truth of the matter is, I hold court with myself and my peers that hold me accountable and always keep me in check to remind me I'm nothing more than a human being. And guess what? At any time, at any time, you can meet your expiration. So make the best out of every moment of your life, every second. Living free does not mean that you don't have guardrails or disciplines. That's living unresponsibly. And I'm not trying to get on here and preach to you guys today. That's not what I'm doing. Not even close. What I am saying is that we need to be aware of the fact that we're not prepared as a community. We may have some individuals that are prepared and are getting themselves prepared. And you say, for what? What are we preparing ourselves for? Well, Armageddon, the last days, the sky is falling. Isn't that what everyone talks about? If in fact you're preparing for a war, a religious war, and it's not going to be um, the Owl Father that's going to get a nigga off your back, or cracker. I don't discriminate. Or chain, or Mexican. It don't matter when it comes to that part of it, right? Because in the heat of the moment, our Father might not save you from a bullet about to hit your ass. So, what are we preparing for, and who are we preparing against? That and those are questions that many of us don't know, have no clue. And so, what happens is we turn on one another. We fight one another because we have no idea who we're preparing to fight against in real life, whether it be physical or spiritual. And now they've added mental health and awareness into the debate. So you could be battling your own mind. Man versus self. I did not make these things up. You just got to go look at the psychological books, the context, and the different things that they have out there. You know, it's up for debate. Does it really matter, or did Freud and some of these guys have a point? Um, Social behavior constructs and how we are, uh, the mob mentality. You know, when groups of individuals come together, no one has control over the mob because the mob in itself is the control. So the one standalone that wants to say no, 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 the rest of the mob overstands, drowns them out, and moves in the direction that the mob wants to move, whether it be destructive or not. And I'm not speaking about herd mentality, follow the leader. No, we're not talking about herd. I'm talking about mob behavior. And that standalone is out there saying, no, don't beat this person up. No, don't kill him. No, don't. But the mob is saying, fuck that. That energy supersedes that one voice 99.99% of the time. Overwhelming statistic, but true. The aftermath, I ain't thinking about it. Oh, you want an example? I'll give you an example. January 6th, there was an insurrection. These individuals have been pardoned since then, but at the same time, there was an insurrection that took place. Americans stormed the Capitol because of the insinuation that was propagated by the commander in chief at the time that they're trying to take our government away from us. And any loyal, red blooded, patriotic American that understands the core values and true meaning of what a president saying that really means. And it incites something within you. To rise up in militant militia behavior, to go and fight for what you believe is being taken away from you. Now, the whole principle behind that thought, I stand with. I truly stand with that. But when it comes from some bogus, arrogant, narcissistic, demented, schizophrenic, perverted, Epstein file-ish type of an individual, you see, you cannot take away the fact that people hold dear and true to their beliefs about their country. So it's not the country that's waging war against you. It's the illicit individuals that hold office that have figured out how to manipulate you lead you to believe in the hypocrisy of their own righteousness, and have you play the victim. And instead of being a victim, they want you to cry out in outrage and fight up against a system that didn't do you anything. You've just been provoked by a spoiled brat that couldn't get his way. Just an observation. And I'm not trying to make you see it my way. What I am saying is that we've allowed ourselves to be swayed. They were talking about gaslighting the other day on the toxicity segment. You get gaslit, or you get provoked, or someone puts a battery in your back, jumper cables. Y'all heard all of the cliche sound bites. To ignite the crash dummy to go do some crash dummy-ish type shit. So, in wrapping all of this up, right? If you're not really focused on family, if you're not preparing yourself for securing your family, then you've already put yourself behind the eight ball when it comes to which direction do I go. Jay Shaw says the real weapon is controlling the narrative. Yes, dissemination of information. That's why we have media, branding, and broadcasting, public relations. That's why we do what we do. That's why we create The Voice. And we push this information out there. Sound, solid information. You can take it and just it however you want to, but you cannot sit there and say that we're giving you misinformation. Yeah, we do comedy, we do entertainment, we do industry talk conversations, but we also provide solid, sound information, whether it be from a Paul Whitehouse, Jonathan Shaw, Emily Mitchell, Kiara Smith, Lamond Mitchell, Jarrell Braswell, Terry Cherry, or even myself, Damon Vega, and his life story, or any of the guests that we bring onto the platform, you can best believe it's not a hard pass in terms of what we dig off into, what we bring to the table, what we bring to light. If it's bullshit, we call bullshit. Because we have a different type of audience. Our audience aren't the individuals that are looking for the quick fix, the get over type of crowd. No, these are individuals that are locked into real life, real living, real situations, have gone through some shit, and know bullshit when they see it from a mile away. So when you're walking in that light and you know what to be aware of, You keep your head on a swivel, ladies and gentlemen. You keep your head on a swivel. Today's episode of Industry Talk is proudly sponsored by the Butterfly Collection. That's right, the Butterfly Collection is here. Gentle stories, big lessons, bright imagination. Books are available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Ingram Spark by author Angel Williams. These books are perfect for pre-K programs, kindergarten classrooms, elementary schools, classroom libraries, bedtime reading, and SEL programs. Be sure to get your copy today. And if you have not subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, you're missing out. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. And be sure to tap in with my good man, Jarrell Braswell.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, Comedian JB, the real J Braswell, Comedian J Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
jbcomedy.com, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. I'll give you a little rundown on some of the shows. Make sure you tap in with Paul Whitehouse on Tuesdays. Get Rich and Don't Cry Trying with Patriot BFC.
Are you Patriot Business Finance Consultants?
Yeah, I'm Patriot Business Finance Consultants. Why? Everything okay?
Are you working with John Smith of Smith's Construction?
Well, yeah, I'm working with John Smith of Smith's Construction. I'm trying to arrange the best possible financing for what he's trying to get accomplished. The best deal structure, the best term, and the best rates.
That ain't gonna work for me. I'm getting the deal.
Wait a minute! Even if packages and rates and the deal structure and everything else is better for the customer, you still want the deal?
Deal structure and rates don't matter. And none of that matters.
Getting the customer the better deal doesn't matter to you?
Stop! You can have the deal. Ugh. Hey man, I saw what happened. Are you all right?
Yeah, thanks for checking on me. I'm Paul.
I'm Chad.
I'm Paul from Patriot Business Finance Consultants. We're just trying to get the best financing package arranged for our clients. We will fight for you. 844-742-1776. Call us. Check out our website, www.patriotbfc.com.
And tap in with Jonathan Shaw in the morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, every waking day.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel.
And some great stories and insightful information it is. And big shout out to my good man and my brother ECEO and my sister, the official Miss Jamaica. We drop this for you guys all the time.
It's about that time we decided we can go do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down there, trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the boss is talk.
Boss Talk Podcast 101. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time. Make sure you lock in, tap in, and come see us, man. Some major things happening. Some awesome things on the horizon. And stay in a position of awareness, mental awareness, physical awareness. You know, I poke and make fun, you know, with my friends and my business partners about some of the things that they talk about and say and do as it relates to their home and you know, the dietary regimens that their wives put them on. But it's all in jest. It's all in fun, because truthfully, we're looking at prolonging life. And Shaw right in terms of what he's talking about. You can go to the gym, you can do all of these things, calisthenics, and making sure that you're counting carbs and this and that, or whatever. It's what you intake. Yeah. You can sit there and say you doing all of that shit, but if the intake exceeds the threshold, if you get up and you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in between breakfast and lunch, you have a midday snack or an extra bagel and 4 donuts, and then noon to night, you know, that lunch to dinner time frame, you ride home or stop to get gas and grab you a hot dog and a honey bun and, you know, energy drink, and get to the house and big meal. Yeah. Take all of it into consideration. Push back from the table. Drink the lemon water and the concoctions that are being made for you. Yes. Why not? We tried everything else. We've put everything else into our bodies, from alcohol to illicit drugs, even prescribed ones. Because if you've ever taken an Oxycontin or Prednisone or something, I don't know, all of that shit, Loratab, and if you ever been in pain and taken any of those things and understood what is happening to your body, I'm not the one that can break it down to you. I can't be the one to break it down to you. Because a lot of times people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that those drugs are opioids, opium, heroin. You popping them like night ain't going north, shutting down your entire system. Wondering why you dozed off, can't eat, can't even shit. But I'm crazy though. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Look here, y'all. The bottom line is they watching. They've already been strategically getting themselves in position to take command whenever they want. They know that you're not paying attention because you have no attention to pay. You don't even know the rules of the game to play. So in that case, it's best for you to really just have a nice fucking day. Because as you're fumbling around trying to figure it out, the only thing you're really doing is getting in the way. Are you ready to die today? If you don't ask yourself that question every day you wake up, you're misinformed about what could happen in life. With that, my good friends, beautiful people, y'all already know with me, it's always about health, wealth, wellness. Definitely stay dangerous. Need a host, feature, headliner, or motivational speaker who delivers every time? Book comedian Jarrell Braswell, bringing high energy comedy and unforgettable performances to every stage he touches. Catch him while you can. Visit jbcomedy.com and secure your date today. Calendar is filling fast. Book Jarrell Braswell now.
Warm y'all ass. Come up. Blooded. They call me JB Comedy.
Coming to the stage, Comedian JB.
Man, I tried they older women, them cougars, they fucking it up. They doing what young women doing, cougars popping, mollies, they get BBLs, all that shit. One cougar I was fucking with had a BBL, she was shaped like a silver bite gorilla. For real. Had another one I was fucking with, that bitch was shaped like Shamar.